Hello guys, I am Joe Magnus, and in this chapter of Choosing Your Hero, we will talk about Mystical. That is a kingdom that doesn't have the elemental removals, but it is a really versatile kingdom. So we'll start with Noran, that used to be the top hero. When you buy Noran, you buy a wizard. So it's a guy that relies mostly on spells. His playstyle is really versatile. Can be mid-range, combo, or control decks. His raw power is moderate. It's not bad, but he lacks some top-notch skills. He's not a beginner-friendly hero. His upside is that he can play strong spells, 2 mana cheaper. He can draw extra spells. He can polymorph untargetable creatures by targeting their slots. It's an ability that only he has. He can get rid of Guardian of Old Gods that no other ability can. But his downside is that he's a slow hero and he's kinda outdated. Because most things he can do, you can do better with Tanya. That's a problem of another hero that we will see soon here. So, good hero, a little outdated, you can do good things, but if you don't have powerful spells, mostly epic or even legendary, you won't get the best of Noran. And now let's talk about Tanya, the Dryad. She can slow creatures, draw cards, and she can time walk. So if you buy Tanya, you will buy a time walker, scary hero with arguably the strongest skill in the game. For the same reason, it's the most expensive one. So you can play mid-range, combo, or control decks with Tanya. And the raw power is really strong. She's a strong hero, especially because her abilities have a strong synergy. So, even that way, I don't consider Tanya a beginner-friendly hero. Because to take the best of her time walk ability, you need some cards. You won't have those cards when you start the game. But I would recommend her for mid-tier players. If you have a half-good collection, you can use her and the results will surely be good. The upside of Tanya is that she can use her first 2 abilities to save time and mana, to win with her ult, with nasty combos that you can sometimes even interact, like getting 4 straight turns without the enemy playing, which is really strong and most times result in a win. And her downside, well, there's no much downside apart of what is common to the mystical heroes. That is being weak against burn or aggro decks. So you will have to make use of the many mystical cards that counters aggro decks. So you can save your time to do your stuff, that is combos, with her time walk ability. If you can save the time, if you can survive until you feel her last ability, there's no downside to Tanya. It's a very good hero, so like I said, if you have a mid-tier collection, a half-good collection is enough to get the best of her, and you can be sure it will be well spent. Now to Wilrine, the least sexy woman hero, because she doesn't show any skin. And if you buy Wilrine, you will buy a controller. All her abilities fits well in control decks, so she can frustrate a lot of people. This way she can play combo or control decks. The most famous is the Mule deck, that lots of people hate, but I love it. Her raw power is moderate, not strong abilities, but versatile ones that allows you to build some cool decks, but she really not beginner friendly. To take the best of her different abilities, you will need some powerful cards. Same thing as Noran. She's the same spot. So I would not recommend Wilrine unless you have a really good playing cards or you have some specific tactic in mind. I'm showing the video some Mule deck. You can see it's a pretty simple deck made to stall people, play Immortal, and then you combo with milling cards and win by your enemy having no card to draw. Her upside is that she can pull back cards from the pile, so she can build some almost infinite combos. She can build a lot of combos. She also generates lots of mana to complete those combos and get nasty. So that's a lot of upside if you have the right cards. And the downside is exactly the same of the other two mystical heroes. She is fragile to fast decks, burn decks, and everything that doesn't give you time to build your combos. And now to Petrus. Tinkerbell, as some people know, that is the free hero. So you will get her for free. And you will get a buffer. She's pretty good at buffing creatures. So she also can generate mana and give dust to those creatures. So her playing style is mid-range and you can't run away of playing creatures. Her raw power is moderate to strong. She could be considered strong by some people. And she is sort of beginner friendly. Why? She has enough raw power to buff creatures and make your beginner deck nasty. But when you start a game, the best cards you will have are the elemental removals. Outside of elemental, there are really few removals for people starting in the game. So maybe you will have a hard time playing without those cards. But that's no doubt that she is a good hero. Regardless, her upside is that once you can fill the board and buff your creatures, she is really nasty to play against, especially because she keeps generating mana with her first ability. But her downside is the lack of removals. She can only buff. All her 3 abilities give buffs or mana. So if you don't deck lots of removals, you can be cornered sooner than later in the game. But regardless, she's a really good hero for free. So if you are planning to buy a mystical hero, whether you spend gold in Tanya or you pay Petrus for free, if you want to spend gold in Noran or Wilo, well, I hope you have something in mind or you just want to be different. Or else there's not many reasons to buy those 2 heroes before the others. And that's it. I hope you have enjoyed the mystical tutorial and we will see again in the ancient one so you can finish the Light Alliance tutorials and keep to the dark ones.